The maiden National Multidimensional Poverty Index (MPI) report looked at how people experience poverty in their health, education, and living standards. According to the report, 45.6% of Ghana's population is multidimensionally poor. The indicators that contribute most to multidimensional poverty in Ghana are the lack of health insurance coverage, undernutrition, school lag, and households with members without any educational qualification. The intensity of poverty is 51.7%, meaning that poor people experience on average more than half of the weighted deprivations. The MPI, which is the product of the incidence and intensity of poverty, is 0.236. It also showed that the rural-urban differences are evident, with 64.6% of the rural population and 27% of the urban population being multidimensionally poor. Speaking at the launch, government statistician and national project director of the report, Professor Samuel Kobna Enim, said the report complements the monetary poverty by providing an assessment of deprivation of basic survival needs and for the implementation of policy interventions.
I am delighted from two perspectives. One is related to the trajectory that GSS has taken on and the uniqueness of the subject matter in front of us. First, it's an obtained knowledge that variants of a statistic provide a better dispensation in targeting poverty policy interventions relative to standard or comparable single estimate. We are cognizant that the production of variants of statistic risk misuse. However, making available the metadata and computational processes will assuage the likelihood of wrong use. Hence, moving forward, GSS is committed to equipping policymakers with different estimates of both key macro and micro variables, including poverty, unemployment, and inflation. Indeed, in our last release of our monthly CPI inflation, beyond the standard comparable inflation figure that we usually release, we thought through the need to release core inflation, which helped us to take away variables that are volatile and for that matter would influence the inflation figure as a result of monthly changes of monthly hikes in prices. Today, it is our pleasure to release a complementary measure of consumption expenditure, which is the Multidimensional Poverty Index.
He also stated that the northern region recorded the highest rate of multidimensional poverty, with 8 out of every 10 persons being multidimensionally poor, representing 80%, followed by the upper east region, with close to 7 out of every 10 persons being multidimensionally poor, representing 68%.